All right, the last section of our Math 2 Semester 2 final review. And right now we are working on the last unit, Unit 14, gentlemen. All right, questions from the first page, 1 or 2, and if you do have a question, be specific on what letter. Actually, before we do any of it, can you guys give me the numbers you got here for ice cream?
Oh, I got 39.
Oh, I'm sorry, my pen messed up. 39.
Oh.
Okay, over here on cake, 85. Popcorn,
36. 14.
candy, 14. And first total?
80.
And 100. All right. Are we good? Okay. Questions, 1 or 2? And again, be specific.
Can you go over
I have a question.
H?
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A real question.
Yes.
For number 1A, it says, would that be like, that would be true, right?
Okay.
No.
You know what? Let's go through these true false really quick. A probability close to 0 means the event is unlikely to happen. You are correct. That is true. All right. A probability can range from -1 to +1 inclusive. False. We are looking for the word inclusive, but it's not -1 to 1. It's what? 0 to 1.
Oh, honey.
0 to 1 inclusive. A probability close to 1 means the event is likely to happen. True? A probability of 100 means the event will be guaranteed to happen.
That's like a trick.
It is a trick. It shouldn't say 100. If they're going to put 100, what would they need next to the 100? 100% or 1. Those are equivalent. A probability of 1 or a probability of 100%, so this would be false. So why was it tricky? Because they were missing the what? Percent. 100%, yes, it's guaranteed to happen. A probability of 1, yes, it's guaranteed to happen. 100, no. A probability of 50% means the event is equally likely to happen or not happen. True. True, false, true, false, true. All right. Isaac, did you say H from this section down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Any others? Yes.
C.
C.
D.
Okay. And I want to do A just to go over the difference and remind you about or and. Okay. Letter A. What's the probability the person likes ice cream or cake? Okay, or. What do we do with the word or? We add and then subtract the if it exists. Is there always overlap? Okay, how many ice cream likers? Put your phones away, please. 105 plus how many cake likers? Minus, is there any overlap? No. Please stop. They're both columns. They're both vertical. There's no over 300. Jason, I'm going to have you sit right over here, please. What's 105 plus 85 minus 0?
190 over 3.
Over 300. That gives me 19 over 30. Can I reduce that?
Nope.
All right, 19 over 30. Okay, I'm going to jump down to I really quick because it's also an or problem. This one says third grader or candy. Is that still another add and subtract the overlap? Yes or no? Yes. How many third graders do we have? 100 plus how many candy likers do we have? 60. And on this one, is there overlap? Is there? Yes. So here's the candy. Here's the third graders. Where does it overlap?
14.
Minus the 14 all over 300. Why was this one up here minus 0 where this one is minus 14?
There was no overlap.
No overlap. They're mutually exclusive where this one has overlap. Okay. So 160 minus 14 is what? 146.
46.
And did anybody reduce it already?
I messed up so
146 over what? 73 over 150. Questions? Okay, yes.
For number one, would it kind of be like the same because it has like an overlap, or would it just be like first graders, which is like 80 over?
For which one? For A?
Yeah, no, for B. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So for B, it's first grader given they like cake. When you have the word given, are you still dealing with the 300?
Nah.
You are no longer dealing with the total population. So if you are dealing with first grader giving cake, the first thing you look at is how many cake people we have. How many cake likers do we have?
85.
And only from those 85, how many first graders? I have kids saying, oh, there's 80 first graders. Are there 80 first graders?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm looking for the first graders that like cake. 20. So yes, you are looking for the overlap there, the overlap of first and cake. So that is 20 over 85. I can at least divide by 5. That's 4 over 17.
That's it.
And that's it.
What?
Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah.
So D, before I do C, cake and candy. What does the word and mean?
Overlap.
Overlap, strictly overlap. No adding, no subtracting, just overlap. Where's cake? Here's cake. Here's candy. Is there any overlap? 0. On E, is there overlap for E? Popcorn and second grader.
Yes.
Okay, so popcorn and second grader, where do they overlap?
36.
And that's your only number. And is just the overlap, 36 over 300. Did anybody reduce that? Can at least divide by 3. Okay, what does it divide by? Or what did you divide by? Don't know. Who reduced it? I heard it. 3 over
25.
25. Thank you. All right. Coming back to this one, popcorn given third grader. Where am I focusing my attention to first?
Third grade.
Third graders, that's my denominator. Please stop the talking. How many third graders do I have total? And of those 100, and only from the third graders, how many people like popcorn? Is it 50? No, it's just the 12. Got it? 12 divided by 4 is 3. 100 divided by 4 is what? Can I go any further? All right. First grader or second grader or third grader. With or, what do we do?
We add.
And subtract overlap if the overlap exists. This is not an and problem, so am I going back to the total 300?
Yes.
All right. How many first graders do I have?
80.
Plus, how many second graders do I have? Plus, how many third graders? Minus, is there any overlap? Am I on the wrong one? Thank you.
Wait, there's overlap?
No, I'm asking, is there any overlap?
I.
No, there's no overlap. Do you agree you're either a first, second, or third grader? You're not a first and second grader.
Yeah.
Or second and third grader. All right, so add them up. What do you get?
300.
300 over 300, which is 1, which means what? It's going to be guaranteed to happen. If they say, what's the probability I pick a first, second, or third grader? Well, that's all we have here, first, second, third. It's certain.
Mutually exclusive.
Because they're mutually exclusive, we have the minus 0 at the end.
See that?
All right.
Right.
Questions?
No.
You want a CF? Is that the last one? Since it's the last, oh no, you guys have F and G. You guys can do those. Okay, flipping over to the next page. 3, 4, 5. If you have a question on any of them, be specific. 3D or 4C or 5B. 4A. Any others besides 4A? For number 1? Okay, A or C? Is that what you said? All right. Yes.
Wouldn't 4A just be 1 minus 0.25?
Yes, it would be. All right. Are we ready? Okay, 3A. There are 12 marbles in a bag. 5 are blue, 4 are red, 3 are white. When picking one marble out of the bag, write your answer as a fraction, reduced lowest terms. Okay, so out of 12, what's the probability I take out a red marble? How many red marbles are there?
There's 4.
4. So do you see how he reduced that and got 1/3? 4 red, that's the favorable. Out of the total 12 marbles, you reduce it to 1/3.
1/3.
Now, blue or red or white,
Red.
you add over here for this one, you add the number of blues plus the number of reds plus the number of whites minus, is there any overlap? No. But if they're all blue, red, or white, what are you going to end up with? 12 over 12, which is 1. Okay, guaranteed to happen.
Can we go over C?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and can
Oh.
we go over 4?
On this one or down here?
Yeah.
So just green marbles. How many green marbles are there?
There is
There's none, right?
None.
So 0 out of 12, which is 0. Guaranteed to happen, never going to happen. 1 is guaranteed, 0 is never going to happen. Okay. The event R and S are mutually exclusive. P of R, P of S, find as a decimal. Probability of not R. We've talked about this before. You do 1 minus the probability of it actually happening. What's the probability of R actually happening?
0.25.
0.25. So if you have a 25, let's say percent, if there's a 25% chance of it raining, what's the percent chance of it not raining? 75% or 0.75. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Any others? Are we good?
We're good, Miss Story.
No other questions?
He's not good.
Any of them? A dice has 6 sides with the numbers 1 through 6 on each of the sides. When one die is thrown, what is the probability that, in order to do that, I am going to, please stop. Do you guys remember that chart that we made?
Yes.
The sum chart? Here it is. So this is what we're using for those problems down there, the sum chart. How many total sums, the dark black numbers, the bold numbers here, how many are there?
There is 12.
6 by 6 is a total of 36, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you keep counting. There's going to be a total of 36. Okay. A dice has 6 sides. We already read that. What's the probability the result is a 2? How many 2s do I have in all of these numbers? Just the 1, 2. So it's not 2 out of 36, it's 1 because the 2 occurs once. 1 out of 36. What's the probability the result is an even number? We've done that before. How many even numbers are there in here?
6.
Even numbers?
It's 12, bro. I know 4.
18. It's half. Half of them. If you look, you're going even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. If you went through and circled all your even numbers, yes.
The question only says 1 die, not 2.
Where, which one?
On 5, it only says 1 die.
Oh, thank you. Is that what you were going to say, Wyatt? Or was yours a different question?
It was different. Is that chart, when you just showed us, is going to be on the test?
If it is, it's either given to you or you fill it in. But I have to fix it anyway. And thank you, by the way, for catching that. Yes.
On number 4, what's the difference between R or S and R?
And is overlap.
And is overlap. Okay. Or what do? You add P of R plus P of S. And here is the and is overlap. And if it's mutually exclusive, what's your answer?
0.
No work needed. It's 0. Got it? All right. Now, again, going back to this one, I read it too quickly. A dice has 6 sides, so we're only rolling 1. We're not looking at sums. So what's the possible outcomes? You agree it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the probability of rolling a 2? How many times does a 2 occur here? 1 out of, no longer 36, 1 out of 6. Okay, how many of the numbers are even? 2, 4, 6, how many are even? 3 out of 6, which is 1/2. The result is a 7, 0. There are no 7s. 0 out of 6 is 0. All right. Questions?